So I'm going to need to request your W-9 and the court's EIN number.
So your request for a W-9 or an EIN for me, that request is denied. That's not necessary nor relevant. No, I don't even know if I have an EIN. I don't think that I
You do.
No, don't interrupt me, please remember.
I apologize. I'm going to need to see your foreign agent registration.
Just show us that I can give you that last thing. The same. It should be all on cover. Did you? Yes. Yeah. This came from Tim. The review reflecting that he made. That he made on the guys. And I watched him.
Very Rothstein is here.
Don't touch you. It's fun. Okay, so. Okay. So yeah, that should be everything. You should have everything that we have at this point. Okay.
Okay. You guys ready on record?
Yes, John.
I apologize. I feel like I might sneeze again. So
You're fine.
Okay. 25T01947 FY. People of the state of Michigan versus Robert Wayne Sigsbee. Counsel, if you can place your appearance on the record, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Kent Wallace on behalf of.
And Mr. Sigsbee, can you state your name?
Robert Sigsbee, executor, beneficiary, trust.
All right, thank you. Okay, we are here today on a PCC. I know that there have been some discovery going back and forth. Last time, actually, we were scheduled for an exam, and one of the police witnesses had a injury and couldn't be in court. That's what my notes state. So we set it for a probable cause conference for today. We're back today. I am hoping that both parties are going to tell me that we're ready to set this for exam again and that there are no further issues.
So, Your Honor, to start, regarding the discovery, I have just provided Mr. Sigsbee with a flash drive that should have all of the requested discovery on it. There's a proof of service given to Mr. Sigsbee, and that's why we approached to get one to the court for the case file.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. As for an exam, I have been able to talk to Sergeant Lenowitz regarding the officer. He is able to attend court now, so we are ready for an exam today.
All right.
And we just asked us only in December. That's the only. He needed like another week or something before he was able to walk, so we just asked it in December.
Mr. Sigsbee?
Well, I'm going to need more time. Because I'm going to need time for this FOIA. To the Treasury of the United States, I request you for your W-9 and the court's EIN number, according to 26 U.S.C. 6903. And I think I feel I need to submit to the IRS a 3949A form on what's happening here. So I'm going to need to see a copy of your W-9. Can you say that on the record, please?
I will. I'm waiting for you to finish.
Thank you. That is elegant. Thank you kindly. And, I'm looking for a dismissal for this frivolous cause under 12B of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedures. All of them, all 7, are being violated right here on its face. So I'm going to need to request your W-9 and the court's EIN number. This is a taxable event. And, I need to submit a 3949 to the IRS. I need time to send to a FOIA to the Treasury of the United States under 26 U.S.C. 6903 for the record, to be reserved on the record to correct the record.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So your request for a W-9 or an EIN for me, that request is denied. That's not necessary nor relevant. No, I don't even know if I have an EIN. I don't think that I
You do.
No, don't interrupt me, please remember.
I apologize.
I don't know. The court might have one because the court actually has employees, but I don't have employees, so I don't have one. But either way, the request is denied. It is not relevant to this case, and it is not necessary. And frankly, it's not anything that you need really in any situation involved in this case. The request for dismissal is also denied. There are no rules being violated here. In fact, the court has been more than lenient with you, Mr. Sigsbee, on your requests and different things that you stated and filed and everything. And so that request for the dismissal is denied. Rules of federal civil procedure don't even apply in this hearing. And so those rules are irrelevant. I encourage you, though I'm not giving you legal advice in any way, I encourage you to focus on the Michigan court rules that apply to this hearing. Those would probably do you better quote than the federal rules of civil procedure. As far as a FOIA to the federal government, I'm not waiting on FOIA to the federal government. I don't know how long that would take, and I do not believe it is relevant because, again, you're talking about tax issues and things like this, and we are on a case that involves a count of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing the police, bringing contraband into a prison, and driving while license suspended. And so I am going to give you time, as I have in the past, so that you can be prepared, but I'm not going to grant a request to just simply adjourn until you can get the information you just stated, because that information is not relevant to this proceeding. So here is what I am looking at in regards to a date. I want let's see. So, Mr. Sigsbee, if I were to put this in January as opposed to December, would that make you happier?
It is fine with me, even though I am objection under special restricted appearance that there has been substantive due process violations across the Constitution in the laws of the United States on its face, including the Fifth Amendment. My private property was taken without just compensation. The due process of there was never an indictment. This is a probable cause conference, and that's not suffices to satisfy constitutional substantive due processes that have been violated. And then the 11th Amendment, foreign citizens cannot invoke the judicial system of the United States. And once again, I can read off every way that you guys are foreign right here, easy enough. We have so we're looking at under 4J Federal Rules of Civil Procedures. All courts, jurisdictions, and immunities fall under foreign state 22 U.S.C. 92, 12 through 13 foreign relationships. Once an oath is required, it takes an oath of office to be required. 11th Amendment, foreign citizens are not cannot invoke the judicial powers of the state. That's 28 U.S.C. 3015A, the definition of the United States means a federal corporation. Foreign Sovereignty Immunity Act of 1976, 1605 through 1608. The government is liable for violating sovereign people's rights. And again, under intrinsic versus Pagulero, anything that the prosecutor says and puts on the record is to be struck. Attorneys cannot give testimony or be a witness in any court case, and I do believe that has happened here too. So we have mass violations of the Constitution and the laws of the United States. And I'm going to need to see your foreign agent registration supplements and your filings with the Attorney General of the United States. I gave you a judicial notice, and no one, not the clerk, not the judge, not the prosecutor, not the false impersonating prosecutor, has showed me a shred of anything. This is false impersonation of a government actor under 18 U.S.C. 912.
Okay. The other issues that Mr. Sigsbee brought up earlier, he's brought up on a couple different occasions. That's why I didn't really give you a chance to speak at Attorney Wallace. I apologize, but I believe I made rulings on those things before as well. Was there anything you want to say in response to what you just said?
No, Your Honor. I think that this has been discussed on the record multiple times. I think every time that we've been on the record in this case, I think the people's position has been made clear. All
right, thank you. And so I will say one more time, there have been no due process violations in this case that I have seen or that have come to my attention. There is no requirement for an indictment in this case. That's not how this process works in the state of Michigan. We don't do indictments. They do a warrant and complaint that is reviewed by the judge and then signed by a judge, and then it goes to the arraignment phase, and then it goes to the probable cause phase, and then it goes to the exam phase, and then it goes to the trial phase in circuit court if it gets past the preliminary examination. But we do need to have that preliminary examination. We are going to have that preliminary examination in January. When we get to the preliminary examination date, I will the request. the request for the documentation is denied as well. Again, completely irrelevant to this case, and I'm not going to entertain those type of requests. And I do want to tell you, Mr. Sixby, when we come back for the exam day, I am not going to entertain a restatement of the arguments that were made today. So if you want to make a new argument about new issues, I'll allow you to do that, but we're not going to go over these things again. We're not going to talk about EIN numbers and all this other stuff that you talked about. We're not going to do that, just like we're not going to go over this stuff because I have already addressed the other motions that were filed. So we're not rehashing things. We simply do not have the time to do that. We need to get this exam done. So I am looking at, I believe, January. Yeah. Okay. Oh, how would everyone feel about January 20th at 1:00 p.m.?
I'm objecting to any kind of court date, obviously.
I'll note your objection.
I know
Are
you will.
free
I know
on
you will.
January 20th at 1:00?
Elegant would work. Yeah, can I get that in writing?
That works for the people.
Okay, so we will set this for preliminary examination and we will get you a written notice today before you leave, Mr. Sixby. January 20th, 2026, if you can believe it, at 1:00 p.m. All right?
Preliminary exam.
Preliminary examination. So make sure to bring documentation witnesses. That's the time when I'm going to hear those things to establish whether or not there is probable cause to believe that a crime exists or crime has been committed. Crime has been committed by you, Mr. Sigsbee, and has been committed in this venue being Genesee County. And if probable cause is established, then the matter will move on to your actual trial in the circuit court if probable cause is established.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good. Okay, thank you, everybody. I understand that. Let me get back to you.